In an old mining pit, almost 100 meters underground, Swedes gather for the annual Lucia celebration. Lucia is an ancient mythical figure, a bearer of light in the dark Swedish winters. The traditional image of Lucia and her followers is that they all have blonde hair and blue eyes. This is the county of Dalarna, often called the heart of Swedish traditions and history. But the face of Dalarna and its main city Borlange is changing fast. The arrival of several thousand Somali refugees has stirred up feelings within parts of the population. Marie Edenhager is a local leader of the nationalistic party, the Swedendemocrats. She is anything but happy with the situation.
There are a lot of children coming. We see school classes that suddenly has a majority of Somali children. Overnight there can be 13 new kids in the same school class. If you don't speak the language and don't have a knowledge of Sweden and Western values, then it's of course an enormous burden and challenge. It's not good for anyone, not good for those who are born in Sweden, nor for the newly arrived. It divides people.
The Swedendemocrats is gaining support here in Borlange as well as in the rest of the country, and will be a major contender in the coming general election. Its main political goal is to reduce immigration to Sweden.
We need to have a limit. We have received so many for decades. We haven't been able to handle this mass immigration to make it work when they arrive in Sweden.
Young Somalis living in Borlange say they haven't had any problems with racism. However, they're worried that xenophobic sentiments will spur if the Swedendemocrats do well in the election. On various internet websites, supporters of the party write strong racial remarks and urges Swedish lawmakers to expel Africans and Arabs from Sweden.
They say always the foreigners are taking our jobs, our things because they say we have to first give the jobs the people who are Swedish and things like that first. But some things like maybe sometimes you think that's right, but things like that they want to, foreigners to take out of the country. It's like not easy. They have to understand that we want to have peace, we have to have career, and I hope that they can understand one day.
We expect and we believe that we will be the second largest party in Borlange, and I believe we're going to do really well in the elections here in Borlange.
Some cities have seen clashes between locals and immigrants, not so in Borlange. But it could quickly turn to the worse, and to prevent such a situation, there was an urgent need of better integration between Swedes and immigrants.
I think that Borlange has a lot of struggles the next years, things that's not looking so good. I think about that the big industries is going bad. We have a lot of foreigners, a lot of people coming from Somali, and a lot of people during a short time, and that makes a problem. And I felt that the people was talking about this, but they didn't do anything.
Something had to be done, says Patrik Andersson. He had an idea, a new integration project that quite a few people thought was somewhat weird. He was going to teach young African men how to skate and how to play the sport Bandy.
And I thought that Bandy is the most Swedish sport we have. And it's a very dangerous and hard game to play.
Andersson contacted the Somali government and got the green light to create Somalia's first ever national team in Bandy with the aim to participate in the World Championship. And he engaged a world-famous coach who didn't hesitate when he got the question.
I feel joy, I feel happiness, I feel hope. It's hope for the Borlange community and hope for all the immigrants and refugees who is coming to Sweden to be a part of the community.
The players in the new national Somali team gets ready for their first game against a local club. The atmosphere in the locker room is electric.
Jaks back, Osman back, Özil här, Mohammed här, Ahmed mitten, Abdehakeen mitten, Mohammed vänster topp, Sadiq.
I was nervous and because so many people coming, it's first time we're gonna play against a team and it feels difficult. It's difficult.
I don't actually know them because this is my first time and yeah, it will be fun. I hope.
Africa have never played in ice hockey or have even been on ice, you know. And we have difficult to skate, so it's going to be a difficult, but it's possible to do everything. Everything is possible.
As the team gets on ice, an eager audience, both Swedes and Somali immigrants, turn up for the game. The national anthems of both countries are sung. The first half of the game is tough for the Somali youngsters.
Mohammed, kom upp! Upp!
They failed to score. Nonetheless, Patrik Andersson is pleased.
That now we are shown that we are serious about this and we want to show everybody that it's not a circus. We are not doing something for fun just for a couple of months. We are doing this for the future, not for the Somali people. We are doing it for the Swedish people and the Somali people together, so we got a nice place to live in.
But this has nothing to do with integration or getting into Swedish society. I don't believe that you will be more integrated in the Swedish society by playing bandy.
This is not a way to help integrate immigrants, according to the Swedendemocrats. The players have a different opinion. 19-year-old Ahmed has been living in Borlange for almost 5 years. He's made a lot of new Swedish friends through the integration project. Friends with whom he can practice the Swedish language, something which will make it easier for him to study at a university in a couple of years.
It means a lot. It means a lot. It making the population who live in this city, it making the Swedish people and the French people like have some integrating, you know, and it's good for the communities.
It's time for the second half.
The coach have explained how we can defend and how we can attack, and I think it's gonna be better. No, we're gonna lose not so much goals against. Yeah.
Bra.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oj. Du måste köra hårt. Vilken final är det här?
Even though the integration project is only in its cradle, it's attracted attention in several countries. Patrik Andersson is confident it's a success story and that it will inspire other cities in Europe with similar challenges. The young Somali team performs better in the second half. But defeat is inevitable. They lose with 0-15, which is not surprising as the Somalis been on ice only for a couple of months.
It was really good, but we tried our best, so I'm really proud of it. So yeah, it feels nice anyway.
It showed today so much Swedish people who came over here today, and it showed that they wanted, you know, support us, and we feel their support, and we are thanking for them that they did, and we are glad to have them here.